We've had some big delays because of thunderstorms, wind, lightning, thunder, you name it. It's been here and has delayed us earlier today, but now we are ready to go. We remind you, whoever wins this group race is straight through to the final. Whoever is last in this group race will not make the final later on this afternoon. The clock is counting down, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a nice clean start and an absolutely excellent start to the delight of Didier Drogba, who sees his team pull ahead, but Aoki's made a good one too. Brazil holding back there, and the boost is absolutely critical, and that is by far the calmest we've seen the water so far this weekend here on the Lagos Lagoon. We look across from Drogba, on board with Oban Duncan, that's Danny Kloss going up the inside for Aoki. This is all about getting straight through to the final. And Brazil now recovering, with Timmy Hansen taking third position from the rookie Patricia Pita, who's making her debut here, the rally driver from Uruguay. Nice clean start, Sherry. Aoki there cutting through on Drogba.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, look at Brazil coming up there now. I'm not quite sure what happened at the start there. It was definitely slow for them, but look at the attack they are on now. I wouldn't be surprised they're going to take that lead very, very soon.
This is wonderful, isn't it? They've waited all day for this. They've been extremely patient, looking down from Mission Control, which is on the 12th floor of the Black Diamond Hotel, but very much now on the water. This is where they'll do their talking, and definitely more corner speed there, wasn't there, for Brazil in relation to Aoki. Drogba are still third after their initial lead, and Miami, you will just see a flash of Miami in the moment. They're in the background in fourth place.
Here comes Brazil. They are pushing on and off that boost, trying to close that gap on Aoki. Can they do it? And of course, we've now got to start thinking about our long laps and our short laps. Who is going to take them? They can't do it on the first lap round. That is the start run lap. They cannot do it then. But now we can start doing short and long laps. And who is going to get that short lap tucked away and get some clean water? I would if I was Brazil.
Short lap, this lap. Short lap, this lap. Short lap.
Short lap, this lap then for Danny Kloss. This is the tactics we've been talking about. It's Mashay Al Alabaidan, his Saudi Arabian teammate, who's talking to Danny on the radio.
Now straight to the short lap, short lap.
So if I was Brazil, I wouldn't follow them on that short lap now. I would stay out on the standard lap because I need to get into some clean water. Is he going to follow it? Oh,
yes.
Okay, wouldn't have done that because he's still in the dirty water, but who am I?
Yeah, well, interesting, isn't it? Because we've seen this earlier on in the season where they tried to do different strategies, but they've both gone for the short lap. You can see who's done the short lap and the long lap on the graphics at the top of your screen. And look at Brazil on the boost. They were brilliantly yesterday saving the boost on the back straight, ready for the home straight. But Miami are definitely coasting, aren't they, with Patricia Pita on the left-hand side. They seem to have an issue. Aoki still leading. Then it is Brazil in second place. But what's happening with Miami? Patricia is on the boost. She was saying yesterday she's just trying to improve her confidence and get to grips with racing on the water for the first time. She is the first person ever from Uruguay to have competed in the Dakar Rally and the first female driver in the Rally of Uruguay. And as I said before, she only did the academy for this back at Jeddah in January. Now, what are we going to see, Shelley, in the way of the normal race lap or the long lap for the two at the front? This is so close.
I would definitely I wouldn't do the long lap at this stage. You need to get that long distance out of your way. Brazil could do it. No, they haven't done it, so that's okay. I would definitely get some clean water out there for Brazil and try and get something under my belt, but different one. Miami, we're sort of pulling wide. Good racing there by Team Miami. She's pulling wide to let the other guys come through. If they're being lapped, then Team Miami definitely has a problem.
Yeah, Miami, their miserable season continuing. They're already last and ninth in the standings, 104 points off Rafa, your leaders, who moved ahead after finishing second in their qualifying race yesterday. So it looks as though Miami are out of the race, and of course they're definitely now not going through to the final. So it takes some pressure off the rest of them, but only one guaranteed final spot for whoever wins this race. The other two, second and third, will be going through what's known as the race-off later on this afternoon. Miami just about still coasting, aren't they? But in the meantime, we're into the second half of the race. This is lap 4 of 6. Oban Duncan is still running, by the way, for Drogba. She has done her long lap, so she's not as far behind as it would appear. But here's the live telemetry readouts for Danny Kloss. and the Aoki Racing team. You see Rajan the Dragon there on the pink and blue livery. He's supposed to bring them good fortune, and he has already with 2 wins from the 5 rounds so far. And once again, that's the standard race lap, isn't it? I'm looking at our information, and I can tell you that Brazil have done the long lap. So now, different strategies being applied. There's Brazil on the left-hand side of your screen. They've done their long lap now. They've got a clear run to the finish through the last 2 laps. When will Danny Kloss take the long lap, do you think? Will it be the penultimate lap or the final tour?
I think he'll do it on the final tour, and it's whether Brazil can close that gap now. Now they're into some clean water. But as we see, every time the hull drops of the E1 Racebird, you lose massive, massive speed. You might as well be ramming your foot onto a brake. And so the whole point of this is keep it gliding at all time on the foils and the hull out of the water. That's what gets you the speed and wins you the race.
So Miami might be going another lap down at this rate, because Danny Kloss will be catching. There's Drogba still in their 3rd place. They have done their long lap, and they still have 1 more short lap to go. It's going to be interesting to see if Drogba can get anywhere near the back of Brazil, but this is the talking point with Aoki, and it looks as though they are doing the long lap now, so they're not waiting for the long lap. So this is the crucial point in the race. Whoever wins this race is straight through to the final. Brazil will do the ordinary race lap. Look, they're following the white markings. Here come Aoki. It's going to be close. I think Danny Kloss is just going to get it, or is he? Over Timmy Hansen. No, it's worked. Brazil are ahead as we come through to start the last lap. That is phenomenal stuff. What an out lap it was from the long lap for Timmy Hansen. But Danny is now on the boost as we listen to Brazil on the radio. And they're informing Timmy that he's ahead. That's great, Shelley.
Great move there, and you saw that Brazil just came a little bit closer to Aoki there. He just pulled out and shut the door slightly. That's a great move, because he was just giving them enough dirty water to slow him down.
Now Brazil, they're on the boost as we come up to the left-hander of turn 1. Danny Kloss is saving some boost. He applies a little bit, but let's see how it charges back up now. I'm not sure this is going to be enough for Danny Kloss, but I've been wrong before. As Hansen on his return, he wasn't with us back in Monaco because he was busy with World Rallycross in Hungary. That's his new teammate there, the 38-year-old from Latvia, here for the first time. Ieva Milere Harjin is with us for the first time here in E1. Brazil then, 1 more left-hander to go. And unless Danny Kloss can do anything spectacular with the Bruce strategy, or maybe a mistake for Brazil, it's surely now going to be the green and yellow Racebird that comes through to go straight through to the final after a miserable season so far. It picked up with a podium in Monaco, and over the line comes Timmy Hansen back in E1 after missing around.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. It is victory for Brazil.
Fantastic.
That is an incredible weekend for Brazil so far. 3 points yesterday in qualifying race 2, and now they are delighted, Shelley. It means, of course, that Aoki and Drogba, here at Drogba, coming through to 3rd place. They will be going through the race-off later, but Brazil are straight through to the final.
Great drive there by Timmy Hansen. We heard Steve Curtis in the back there, the team principal, saying well done at the end over the team radio. So, yes, massive team effort and well done.
Absolutely brilliant effort. Timmy Hansen's got to be the pilot of the weekend so far. Timmy, well done again. It's all going so well, isn't it, here in Nigeria? And you win a group race for the first time in 2025. How are you feeling?
I think he's actually talking to his team there, Greg. So I think he was actually probably being congratulated, not listening to you.
Let's have another go. Timmy, how are you feeling? It's going so well this weekend. You're winning a group race then for the first time in 2025. He's focusing on berthing the boat. You obviously can't hear us at the moment. We'll try again, and I'm sure Saunders will be in the vicinity as well to catch up with the Super Swede. Well, how things can change so quickly, for better or for worse. And we were saying how difficult it is to dock these things, Shelley. That was a perfect example there from Aoki. A lot of movement on the water, isn't there?
Yeah, a lot of movement, and of course you've only got 1 engine at the back, 1 propeller, and when you're trying to berth the boat and dock it, it's quite tricky with just 1 engine. You've got nothing to counteract it. Steve Curtis on the right there. Oh, and I think that's Team Brady actually congratulating them, so that is a lovely sight to see. Nice team effort there.
And I'm sure he ever will be down there as well. Danny Kloss is not at all happy, isn't he? Just flinging his gloves there towards the floor. It's not over. They've got more opportunities, but he wanted to go straight through to the final. Emotions aplenty here, good and bad so far in Lagos. Timmy Hansen then straight back into the action for Marcelo Claret's Team Brazil, and he wins to go straight through to the final later on.